What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning on in. I appreciate you. Thank you for checking out this channel. Subscribe as we continue to have some silly sauce fun along the way. Boots on the ground there today at Miami Dolphins camp. You can kind of tell because it looks like my nose was in a deep fryer, and it was soupy today. I mean, it was hot. Yesterday, it was like my feet were burning, and today it was just like soupy, dude. Just fat guy, drenched. You know, Mostert, he was at the podium the other day, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, you know, I knew it was hot today because I don't sweat." I'm just like, "Well, good for you, Mostert. You don't sweat. Can't relate, dude. As soon as I take a step, sweat is starting to drip." And that's how it was at Dolphins camp. Just drenched. It was the first day since the whole punishment came down from the league and was handed to the Miami Dolphins. I don't really know what is going to be the effect on the current team. I don't think there's going to be much. Because I remember with the Deshaun Watson thing, like Tua literally would have to spend like his entire media sessions answering about the desire of the franchise to have him. And he answered a lot of stuff today. He talked for a long time, hit on a lot of good stuff. But I'll bring you the thing on what he had to say about the whole punishment and whatnot. He didn't know many details, didn't care about many details. But when asked about the whole pursuit of Tom Brady, said, you know, can't really speak on it, and I do believe that the team is all in with me.
Yeah, I would say everyone heard about it yesterday when we went into the locker room, seen it on the TV. For me, I have no idea about all the details other than what was shown on TV with the $1.5 million fine, and then something happening with Brady. I mean, I don't know all the details. I don't even know what happened, but I mean, I got to talk to a couple of the guys, you know, to kind of find out what was going on, and everyone's wondering the same thing, so I'm not too sure.
But no discussions with, you know, I guess whether it's Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, or even Stephen Ross about your standing with the team, nothing like that?
What do you mean my standing with the team?
I mean, the fact that they spoke with Tom Brady on multiple occasions, which included the plan for the team.
Was that in 2019?
2019 and
That was in
2021.
Okay. I remember I came in 2020, so whatever happened in 2019, I can't even speak on that. So I was here 2020, and I'm still here, and I'm blessed to be here. You know, if it has to do with support from the team, I think the team's all in with me and all the guys that we have now.
Which, look, they have gone in this direction, and it does feel like whenever this whole Tom Brady thing died, which seems like it was with the Brian Flores lawsuit, or the impending lawsuit, it does very much feel like they have gone in the direction of we're going to do everything to support Tua. They got a coach that's very supportive of Tua. They put skill sets and skill players around him that support his skill set. And it does feel like they've gone in the direction of, all right, if we are not going to go the Tom Brady route and this is the way we're going to go all in with supporting Tua Tagovailoa. And I think he does feel that. I think that the support that he gets from Mike McDaniel and what he is receiving from that end, he certainly respects. He actually talked a little bit about this today, that he just loves the communication system that he has with the coach, and especially when it relates to what he's comfortable with, what works best, and how that relationship has been formulating over this time since Mike McDaniel has become the head coach.
Yeah, I would say I'm comfortable, but you know that doesn't mean that we take off days with not studying, you know, not continuing to talk to the guys, not continuing to come up here on an off day, talk to the coaches about some of the things that we see. I think that's the cool thing this year too, is you know, we have a lot of open conversation with our quarterback room and with the head coach, you know, with the receivers. You know, and it's really dependent on what we like in a quarterback room. You know, if a route is drawn a certain way, and that's how Mike has been running it, you know, for 17 years, and we say, like, you know, through our experiences the past 2 years, just giving an example, you know, I like this play ran this way. I feel more comfortable with that play ran that way. I mean, without hesitation, I mean, he's going to do that to the liking of our room.
Final question.
And you love to hear that. This talk of last year where it was like, you had 2 offensive coordinators, a quarterback's coach, a head coach that didn't seem like there was the most approachable guy with his QB, or that they had the best communication line going there, and certainly the belief was lacking from Flores' standpoint. For it to be on a different angle, it just feels like it's going to help him tremendously. I mean, Mike McDaniel, the thing that's cool about it is he is in that direct line of communication. He has been a guy who's been wanting to call plays, hasn't called plays, but has had a lot of ideas and has had a lot of things flowing. And when you're like in the boy wonders coaching staff of Kyle Shanahan, it's like it's tough to crack that nut. And so now you see him and he's got that walkie-talkie. And I was wondering this today, like how many pounds, as if he has a lot as it is already, like because he's already a skinny man, but like how many pounds is Mike McDaniel shedding just calling plays at practice and doing the pace? Because he like calls the play and then he's like turns around and he's walking in the other direction of the offense. He finds a place, he watches the play develop. I don't know if it's like an element of he wants to see all angles or stuff like that. I don't think he's been asked about this yet. And I haven't made it to McCoachin's press conference because they're always while the show's going on. But for me, I love watching him call the plays, and then I like seeing him wander. And it made me wonder, like, what is going to be the test when he is when he's in the regular season? Because they don't really get a headset. I would like him to keep the walkie-talkie, quite frankly. I think it's a cool look. I think it's only his, right? Like, every coach needs a look. Every great coach needs a look, right? Like, you got the hoodie with Belichick. Lombardi had the hat. Reed has the mustache and the menu. I would like McCoachin's to be an actual walkie-talkie. I think it should be his thing. I think it should be his signature. Forget the headset. Everybody does the headset. You throw the headset, and the headset's not a good look for everybody. He's not he's not a big man. I feel like a headset's more of a burly man's type of technical equipment. I think a man slender like him with a cool hip look, I think that holding the headset there, the walkie-talkie instead of the headset, I like this look. I think it should be the look for, I don't know how far those walkie-talkies can get, and there may be some interference questions. I know that could be a problem with walkie-talkie. Figure it out. I think the walkie-talkie should be Mike McDaniel's look. These are the things that I think about at practice when everybody else is looking at O-line battles. This is why Leroy wants to punch me in the face. As far as today was concerned at camp, Tua Tagovailoa, he was wearing the orange jersey. It was a vibe. It was very relaxing. A lot of R&B, a lot of soul. I believe it was described by some as baby-making music. If you have the new news of Tua's nuptials, then that's probably where he's at. He's in the honeymoon stage, so good for Tua. It's whatever romantic thing. If he's a man in love, good for him. Good for him. I know he wasn't too pleased with that news getting leaked. I see both sides of it. He's a super public figure who is super private about his private life. And some guys are really good at this. Jimmy Butler. We don't know much about Jimmy Butler's private life. From a standpoint. Bam Adebayo. Whereas it's like with Tyler Hero, a lot of his private life he puts out there for the public. He's a young man social media savant, as is his significant other and the mother of his children. So it's more all out there. Some it's fine for, some it's not. And Tua is definitely a super private guy. So I do get why he is upset with that. That being said, he is arguably the biggest star in town. Jimmy Butler, I would say, probably has the top mantle, but Tua, as far as fame is concerned, is quite high up the list, and people are going to notice, and that stuff is going to get leaked, and that's tough. I mean, it is tough because, I get it. It's like, I think it's better news to get leaked than certainly if it was like a bitter divorce. We've had that too, where it's like, Dolphins great, ends in divorce. Like, you don't want that in the newspaper. That sucks because it's, your heroes and the people you root for and things like that. But, that is part of the thing that does come with fame. It is a goldfish world. it's so weird how these things go down because it's like, listen, I'm talking about it on my radio show. I'm like, we had a whole segment about it. He's like, is Tua married? Because like a photo leaked of him having a wedding ring, and Leroy, my co-host at the time, was even arguing. He goes, "Nah, I think it's a golf trick. I'm telling you, I only wear my wedding ring when I golf because it's perfect on the club, and we know Tua loves golf." So then we kind of just left it. We're like, all right, I guess Tua's not married. Leroy said it's a golf trick, and nope, turns out he actually did get married. So either way, whether it wants people to know or not people to know, congratulations to the Tagovailoas, and a happy marriage ahead for the happy couple, for the new couple. Big news today outside of Tua having the orange jersey. A lot of key contributors were out, so it did allow a lot of young guys to get opportunities. Not Preston Williams. I did not see him do much. Although in fairness, I didn't really get to see the last part of practice in red zone because I was setting up my camera and it was very far away. But Chase Edmonds was out of practice today. Tyreek Hill, he was in load management. Chase Edmonds was on load management. Mostert, he's still on the men back. He's got the red jersey that he's wearing. Teron Armstead, he had load management. And then, the usual suspects of Dieter, who's been dealing with injury, Byron Jones. So there's been so it was a lot of opportunities for certain guys. Did see a couple of great throws in one-on-ones. It was DB versus wide receiver. I was right there. I was walking to the stands for a really nice catch, sick catch from Cedric Wilson. Noah Igbenogany from Tua. There was a sick play by Braylon Sanders, the rookie. And we were talking about this yesterday, but like the rookie wide receivers has been, and maybe that's part of the frustration with Preston Williams, is that these two rookie wide receivers and Sanders and Ezukama are like, dude, I mean, they flash. They're all over the place. They're making sick plays. But today was definitely a day where you definitely noticed the pass rush a little bit more. Like Raekwon Davis was blowing some stuff up. D-line looked great. Jalen Phillips has been, I mean, he's been a terror. He's been all over the place doing things for this club. And it's been really, really impressive. I mean, I think for him, definitely stood out. Javon Holland. I mean, that class of like Waddle, Holland, and Phillips just continues to shine. Javon Holland like did this thing where he like came out of nowhere across the field and like broke up a deep pass. It was sick, man. It was a sick play. It was to Lynn Bowden. They were going down the field to Lynn Bowden, and just the snowman out of nowhere like Olaf. Crazy. Guy's impressive. This dude Tanner Scott has also done some impressive things. The rookie tight end, and it's got to feel a little bit of pressure on a guy like Hunter Long, who knows that he's already been up against it with Gesicki on the team and Durham Smythe. Hunter Long had a couple of bad drops today. One of them was a little bit high, but like I would say like Gesicki makes that catch for sure, and he did not. Hunter Long, so that's tough, and especially when this guy Tanner Connors is kind of streaking all over the place and making impressions on people. So, it was a fun day. It's like they've been fast-paced practices. Not a lot of bull bleep drills, like I feel like with other coaches that I've seen in the past, like you'll have an entire section of the practice dedicated to the run, an entire section of the practice dedicated to like, this, a certain situation. And it really just feels like McCochin is just installing the offense and trying to get as many meaningful rests of these guys in this hot Miami sun to get this offense down and get the plays relayed to his quarterback and let the defense go do his thing. And he does a lot of encouraging of the defense too to keep them fired up, to make it challenging on his offense. Clip of the day, as far as this was concerned, was Tua Tagovailoa feeling sassy, dude. Like, people have really liked this clip from Tua, and they like Tua with a little bit of attitude. And it was a Tua speaking day, as you could tell. But he was asked about the viral pass. First time Tua spoken since the Tyreek Hill bomb for 65 yards. And Tua, this is what he had to say about that.
Recently, a 65-yard touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill went viral on social media. It was viewed more than 2.8 million times. I don't know if you knew that statistic, but why do you think there's such a fascination about that play and the deep ball and your connection with Tyreek?
Yeah, I think because people don't think I can throw the ball far. So I would say that's the fascination. Like, wow, he can throw the ball. It's kind of hard to be in the NFL if you can't throw the ball, right?
Everybody's seeming to love in the Dolphin Nation. They are loving really, I want to say cocky Tua, although it's a little bit cocky. Like he's got a little bit of a swagger to him. They're loving this element to him because I do feel like he was a guy that a lot of the joy was sucked out of last year for him, between the trade rumors, between the relationship with the coach, still on the mend from the injury. Broken ribs also in the middle of the year. So not only just, still on the way back from the hip thing, but the broken ribs, his line sucked. Weapons didn't really go to his skill set. And all that just seems like it's in a different place right now. He's got this speed all around between everybody that's been added with him. And the confidence and the buildup that they've done has been very, very encouraging to see that. So really, really great to see that. I'm not going to be at camp probably until they're back from Tampa, because I'm not going to make this weekend, and then they're going to Tampa for the matchup against the vaunted Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, we'll be back when they're back. When they're back in town, that's when Old Toes will shine up the boots and be back on the ground for that. Until then, we'll still be updating it, whatever the hell goes on in Dolphin Land. You never quite know what is spinning around here as far as that's concerned. And, hopefully a little bit less craziness with the owner and all that stuff. But as far as the team on the field, it's looking fun as hell, man.